The last big update to the layout was setting the transfer warehouse in place on the interior of the layout. Since then, I've set the employees' dirt parking lot in place and started working on getting rid of the pink foam and or the brown painted pink foam. And while I could have just laid down copious amounts of brown and green flock and called it complete, what I wanted was to add some elevation changes to the front side of the layout. I really should have pre-planned some of these and made the roads go up and down from the beginning, but the layout has morphed so many times since my original concept of just laying down track and running trains. It's kind of becoming a big diorama base that will have trains running through it in the near future. Anyway, to add some little hills, I just glued down some chunks of pink foam from my pond digging and made sure the bits of foam fit in between the rail lines without interfering with actual running of trains, and left them to dry for several days. Once they were dried and cured, I added plaster cloth to shape the hill. The cloth will soften all those sharp edges and make a nice base to start adding scenic material. Over top of the plaster cloth, which took a full 24 hours to dry, it's been a pretty wet September here, I decided to take some joint compound and apply it with a wet china brush. I felt this was needed to fill in the little holes that sometimes are left behind when the plaster cloth dries, and it allowed me to add some texture to the hills. Side note, I also added some bits of foam and covered them with the same plaster cloth near the road by the gravel company. Plans are to make that a rocky outcrop, thus explaining why the road bends right there. Anyhow, black acrylic paint was used as a base color on the little hillside. Various shades of gray were dry brushed over this to bring out the texture. Here you can see the drill marks left by the railroad that they used to blast away the little hill to make way for the main line right of way. And here we have the drone shot after laying down some ballast and a little bit of static grass. And right at the end, you can also see that I took the time to finally glue the covered bridge in place. Lastly, I came back in and finished off all the ballast and grass on the main line up to the first turn on the outside of the layout. That was just pink foam at this point. And this turn is going to route trains around the end of the east side and around to the back of the layout hidden by the big ridge. Stay tuned. There's going to be some more major additions added to the east and probably the west and probably the back side at some point. So here's a long shot of the layout as it stands as of this morning. Looking forward to 2 more videos of setting up the coal company and the gravel company in place. And I'm starting to work on some more electronics. So look forward to those videos coming up. And until then, happy railroading.